Welcome to FOH this week, the last of our Linea series, Ken. The Partagas Linea series, Linea Maestra series. The Partagas Origen, I would pronounce it. Ken, how would you pronounce it? You'd have no idea.
I haven't seen the spelling yet, so I'd...
Band.
Oh,
it's on the band.
Apparently I have. Maestra. Oh, there it is. Oregon.
Oregon? Like the state.
Oregon. Not quite like the state, but similar.
Origen.
Seriously?
Ceremony on us for everyone in the crowd, because it's one of the highlights of my life. What do you pronounce that?
And you do know what that says about you.
I need to lie.
It is all downhill from here, isn't it?
I didn't lie. What I like about this cigar, 46 gauge. Not enough 46 gauge cigars in this world. To me, it's the ideal gauge in a cigar. 6 3/8, 6 3/4 length. Can't recall. It's good. Good size cigar. You shouldn't want another cigar after this. It should just meet that mark. Drop head, as in all the Linea Maestra series. I think it's a good looking cigar. Aroma,
I do too. Much darker than
last week.
The week before, especially.
Maybe the retail was a fake. I think we gave the retail in 86, 87. Because, you know.
So are you selling fakes?
I can't believe that Habanos could actually have produced that piece of shit. But well, I suppose they didn't. Tabacuba did, so apologies. And the week before we had the first one, which is help me out here. What did we have?
That's the one we didn't like, wasn't it?
We liked the first one. We didn't like the second one.
We did actually. We didn't like the second one.
We didn't like we detested the Rito, and now it's the
two old blokes, both over 60, trying to remember what we did last week. Good luck.
Apparently, the Kevin now off to Oregon and have a look at this one.
Good stuff. I think Denmark's buying it.
I don't know if there's a no US policy rule for videos.
Well, I mean, that's surely relevant to do with cigars. I mean, they're publicising it. There's a link. I still can't get over that blue and gold band. I know they're trying to differentiate. It looks like a Parisian hooker to me. It's not good. I leave that to your expertise.
I know you buy local, so that's fair enough. But yeah, it's not good, Ken, is it?
No, absolutely not. I don't see the point of it. Why would you move away?
I've tried. I have left them aside. I've come back. I've come back to them and time again, and I still just can't get enamored by it.
If this was a completely new cigar, new producer, the whole thing, you'd think, yeah, that's not a bad. It's done quite well, but not when it's a Partagas. I mean, Partagas is Partagas.
Well, it's a new Moulin Rouge brand, and go with that. But it'd be perfect for that.
Mm.
But geez, on a Partagas, not quite sure. We'll be back with you at the end of the first third. First third, Kenny of the Origen. I've enjoyed this.
Look, I found it not bad, but I got a bit of a bitterness that's running through it.
No bitterness, not one bit of bitterness on this. It's rich. To me, it's super smooth. It's rich. It's a much better than that Rito that we had last week, to me. But no, you got bitterness coming through.
I got bitterness at the moment. If bitterness goes away, this could be lovely. But at the moment, that's the dominating feature.
Really good. So for some reason, I'm comparing it to a Magnum 46 in terms of its size profile to a point. It's certainly smoother than a Magnum 46. I'm enjoying this. I love the richness that it's bringing through. But if you're getting bitterness is one of those goddamn flavour profiles that just takes everything else away. If you get that in your cigar, it's
and you just need a tiny, tiny bit of it. And it does. All of the good stuff is being hidden behind it.
Through the retro hail, no bitterness at all through. There's no spice through the retro hail. There's no spice in the draw. The only thing I'm complaining, I go back to last week's as well, is that to try to define a flavor profile here is very, very difficult. There is, to me, some coffee and bread notes, some fresh bakery notes. There's no sweetness in there at all. So tell me who you are, Origen, because I really don't know who you are at this point. Nice start, but I don't know who you are. I don't know what your personality is. And I would.
I just had a bad breakup, and it's not taking it well.
We'll be back with you at the end of the second third. Welcome back to the second third of the Origen. Has your bitterness gone? Not in general life, just in the cigar.
What would I have to be bitter about? Frickin' Eagles. But no, almost. It's just enough still there to be not great, but it's almost gone. You can start to see almost sort of shortbread ginger, milk coffee, starting, whereas before I got nothing but bitter. Now, but there's just that still tiny bit. Hopefully another half inch and I'll be through the worst of it.
This is, you'll be finished. That's what you'll be finished. No, it's still really good. In fact, it's got better. This one's got better. I'm on 92, 93 territory for this. This is really not one bit of bitterness at all. This is
that first 82, 80, 82. Now I'm up.
So I'm going to say you're using no ginger, and I can see that in there because we both take that. Our account, we actually share accountants in Arthur Cassos. We love Artie. He's great.
We love Artie. The magic account.
The magic account. He makes bad things disappear. That's
he hasn't made you disappear.
Yeah, but he's great. And I referred Ken to Artie as a client, and he's never forgiven me for that. Then outside of that, it is where are we going? So he had the ginger product. He's got an investment in ginger product. And you get that little bit of ginger through here. It's actually okay, but that's good. I like that.
I referred a friend to him the other day.
Before I forget, we're just talking about friends with depression and people we know with depression, and it's such a scourge on
a vile, horrible thing.
On the blokes in our age group and even younger than us. But if the dog's got you, it's not that we can do much about it, but we just reach out. If you've got no one else to speak to, just reach out, because it is something that we see friends struggle with, and it's something that we need to keep our fingers on the pulse of, where friends go quiet for a period of time, just to reach out. And say,
can I say, we're not saying blast it all over the forum so the world can see, unless you want to.
No.
The other thing is you can always send a private message to anyone on this. Any of the mods, I'm sure, would do what they can. Just send a private message if you really are suffering, because it is an awful thing. And some people are fortunate; they very rarely suffer from it. But we've all seen people. I'm sure we've all seen people who do suffer, and it's horrible.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just a segue, I know. But it is such an important thing to be aware of that occurs, whether it be within yourself or friends or whatever it is. But one of the good things you can do is to make our lives better.
And I hope you're all enjoying our last ever broadcast, because a public health announcement will be shut down immediately. Can't have that.
Yeah. I'm not saying the Habanos gives you depression, but mind you, it has to.
You give them depression.
The last couple of years. I'm enjoying this. This is a 92 territory for me. Yours is coming up. Let's see how the last third pans out.
Coming through it, but just a touch, but it's coming through it.
Back with you shortly. past that, I've nubbed this cigar. This has been a good cigar for me. A really good cigar. 93 points. I wouldn't pay for it, but no.
Well, we haven't even talked about price, but yeah, to me,
after 75
after bitterness, there was a little period of that sort of shortbread, ginger, milk coffee sort of stuff. Then a bit of hotness. Fair enough, it's a young cigar. You can't really blame it for that. But it hasn't at any stage said to me, this is a cigar I want to try again. Now, it may be because I got a bad one. And if everyone said, no, they're really good, I'd look at it again for sure. But yeah, I'm certainly not paying £75 for... to me, it doesn't get out of 80s. It's 87, 88.
If they had a Habanos award for worst Habanos influences, we'd be up for that award. We would be goddamn up for that award. I don't even know why that's applied. Volume, I assume. But
yeah,
wow. That wasn't a bad cigar. That was a good cigar, people. That for me was 93-point cigar. Would I pay that sort of dollars? No, under no circumstances.
I'm prepared to accept that maybe I got a bad one.
Yeah. So we've had all three of the Linea series now. First one was good. To me, the last one was good. The second one was just appalling. They're retail.
Yeah, this one sits with the second one for me.
Okay, that's fine. Overall, really disappointing release. Disappointing. I don't care about the visuals so much. The blue band, you can love it or hate it. Doesn't matter.
Oh God, no! If these smoked wonderful cigar, either Siglo 6s or something, you'd be going, wow.
Guys, I know. Get a 6-pack. Get some singles just to try them because they're so good, and you need to experience the best of what Cuba can do. I'm not telling you to do that at all.
To me, this is
Montier
repackaged with a bigger price. No, sorry, not Montier, Monty Eagles or whatever you call the things. Monty Opens.
Monty Opens
with a big price.
I like that cigar. That was a good cigar. I like that 93, and I've got no problem with that. But I can pick 93-point cigars out of the Habanos lineup at regular prices without having to go extreme like this. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know where they're going. I don't know what they're doing. Well, I guess I know what they're doing from a commercial perspective. I'm in business, and I'm an entrepreneur. But
look, there'll be plenty of people who don't watch things like this or whatever, who just go into a travel retail or whatever and say, I want a box of your best, whatever, and they see the price tag and think that must be the best. I'll grab those.
I suspect if they're not completely disappointed when they get home and try them, they're going to wonder what all the glory is of Cuban cigars. And it was my birthday yesterday, and I finished.
Happy birthday!
Last night. Yeah, so I finished last night with Sir Winston 2003 with a bottle of Sir Winston Pol.
Jesus, I better go back and check my box of Sir Winston, see if it's still full.
Still there, but that's Habanos at its best. That's Tabacuba at its best. That is just richness and complexity and journey at its best.
We both know, and 99% of people who watch this, I suspect, know that Cuba can do some wonderful, wonderful things. This is not one of them.
Best tobacco in the world. But this looks to be like a marketing play for me. It's a marketing play. And there's not enough soul, there's not enough DNA, there's not enough personality in the cigars that we're smoking in terms of the Partagas Linea series.
Mm-hmm.
That's my criticism.
First thing I'm doing is going up, clean the teeth.
We're not the doyens of taste, Ken. So other people may love them or not. We're not the doyens of taste. It's just the way.
Absolutely. And everyone's entitled to an opinion, no matter how wrong it might be.
And on that note, we'll see you next week. Hasta luego. Cheers.